Good morning, Vietnam. Welcome back, Collective, to Pearl Snap Tarot. Make it snappy. Thank you for coming back. We're so glad to see you, and we hope people out there are doing okay. Because the game's getting kind of dicey now. The Matrix game is getting dicey. I have a lot of downloads coming in all of a sudden, and I'm just now starting to understand what that really means, and I have a lot all of a sudden. So I think I need to bring it. I really do. I do, especially after what happened yesterday when I tried to tell a whole bunch of people that a certain very influential person in the woo world is not a real person. I don't think they are. And there's a lot of irony in it. I'm shuffling as I'm talking. Okay, I'm going to use this deck in a minute. It's this deck. I have some connection to these people, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think they are some kind of spiritual realm allies, or even some kind of celestial law enforcement. I've talked about this in my videos before. Celestial law enforcement. And so that's one of the downloads today, is that the Matrix game, or the Materium, where you are. And that word appears in the title of this person's publication, where I was making the comments and dancing around and getting beat up for it by a lot of anxious people who are really, really concerned about their money. And by the level of concern being shown there and anxiety, it's obvious how strongly this influencer is able to jerk these people around. And tricks like from sorcery and witchcraft were being used. Whereas, see, one of these people who attacked me yesterday, in a pretty spectacular attack too, I was following him. I wasn't following him. I kept seeing his remarks in the comments and then kind of arguing with him a little bit, like trying to wake him up almost, like, hey, now wait a minute. And he was gaslighting people and trying to act like he wasn't being a jerk too. Oh, I was just kidding. No, you weren't. You were following me, asshole. He was. And finally, after me a number of times swatting him away, and with good arguments, he didn't have any. I embarrassed him a few times, okay? And so then he came back with this long-winded, I'm telling you, you're this, and this, and it was really nasty, and it went on and on and on, and, and he was like, so there! He thought, I'm going to go in and I'm going to kill off this voice of truth, and I'll get you, and that's it, and I got everything, and I'm right, and you're not, so there! That was like that kind of a... And this happened on a release language day, when release language was predicted. Why is there release language, in the comments at this guy's publication? And even when I said all that, people still couldn't get a clue what was going on. It's very ironic. Because this same person, whose publication it was, where I was in the comments, the woo guy, the same person is the one who's been coaching everyone out there about deep fake videos and fake people and what's coming, and still these followers do not get that person got hijacked and somebody's manipulating you from a different person is running the controls on that guy now, okay? And they're going to try to get you to buy this and that, what they want you to buy. Namely, well, don't you, and I noticed Another thing I noticed was that particular channel. It's a YouTube channel that has this guy, this deep fake character is being used. They're the ones who are pushing the buttons and running the joystick on that character now to get what they need. They need you to come in and buy shit. And I noticed that I don't know how you people are so sure that you're really getting real gold and silver. Now, that's a remark I'll probably have people wanting to kill me for saying, but how do you know it's real? You really don't. And I kept telling them, well, how do you know? How do you know? How do you really know? It was like I was getting this chant going, how do you know? How do you really know? In the comments. Trying to get people to think about it, that they didn't really know. Okay. First card hit the floor. First card flew out, hit the floor. Let's go. Okay. What is... Prince of Cups. Okay, this is the Page of Cups. This is an immature, insincere person who isn't really interested in the truth. And that's... Did I just describe to you that I was dealing with someone like that yesterday? This is the mentality that's you're going to get hit between the eyes with if you try to bring truth to a lot of these people that are being manipulated in the financial markets. Okay. Now, I've heard tell that we're going to have new currency that's gold back, and I haven't seen any in my area yet. We don't have that here yet. We're still using greenback dollars here. And, I did notice that the people in my bank who used to smirk at me and fuck with me and shit aren't doing that anymore. They haven't played any tricks on me from inside my bank for a while. You can see how I feel about that. I'm poor enough as it is, but to have your fucking bank be doing shit to you, like write the wrong account number on a deposit slip, when you're standing there, I trusted her to do that. I know who did it. She was smirking at me the whole time. She wrote one numeral wrong of the account number, and a $500 deposit, which is a lot of money to me, went somewhere else in the bank. And I thought I had made a deposit and I was okay. And then a few days later, I checked my balance and it was almost nothing. And I was like, what happened? I went running back and I had kept the deposit slip from that day and stuff. And I was like, what happened here? Can you tell me what happened here? Oh, we'll fix that right away. I said, where'd the money go? Oh, well, it went to some other account. I'm like, what other account? What the hell? Where do you put money when you do stuff like that to people? This was an incident at this bank that was done on purpose to me. And I caught on just in time. I went in there and the people were embarrassed and they had to fix it real fast. But I know who did it. Okay, it's a woman with long gray hair. She walks with a limp. That was her, okay? My team knows what bank I bank at. They know. All right, what else do we have here? I maybe should get a couple of more downloads out to you people, because I got some whoa downloads here. Okay, let's get it. All right. Okay, Freemasonic magic. All right, that's what we're dealing with. It's a bunch of people who hijacked it, learned the secrets, and they're using it for ill, for crime, for no good. The founding principles were corrupted, and the Institute was invaded, and the people who invaded it are doing crime now because they use it like a mafia. They come in, they give you protection, and that kind of shit going on all over the place, right? Okay. this low vibrational amateur magic, in quotation marks, is really just gang bullying. That's all it is. With the purpose of keeping you stuck in repeating cycles, because that is the nature of this false reality. It has a fractal algorithm. This was the download. I remembered seeing these animations of fractal. Okay, so this is the best example I can find. A fractal thing. See how you keep zooming in, but it's always the same thing over and over and over? You go in closer, but it's still the same thing over and over and over, over and over and over, endlessly to infinity. It's looping, infinite looping. Okay, I was never very good at maths, but this is something like infinite loops. Okay, so the nature of the false reality in the materium, okay? And that's what ether pirates of the materium, okay, a decode. Ether pirates, etheric pirates, spiritual spirits who are pirating, okay, in the false reality. Ether pirates of the materium. Now, this is part of this download too. They could be good guys or bad guys. Because this is the war between light and dark, right? Good and evil. So these people that are fighting this war, they're all ether pirates. They're all etheric beings that are wearing flesh suits. This is why they all love this skeletons and everything, and death and talking about all that stuff. And this is these people. And I just did a tribute to one of their luminaries. And I also got that I'm a developing psychic medium who's developing a relationship with my guides right now. Okay, so I have some famous guides. I just did a tribute to one. Okay, in my Oracle of the Renegade Goddess series, if you haven't seen that tribute, go watch it, because that was delightful for that person, and they're helping me now, I think. I don't know. I think they are. Okay, these readings now are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. We're just making sure we're clear on that. You know, there are some little legality things that are there for your protection, collective. Okay. But this, your status as a spiritual being is partially what these horrible bad guys want to get. They want to get that. They want to take your place, smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck right now. Success. Okay, well, they're not going to. You're going to have success. They want the success. But what they don't see, because this was on the bottom, is you're going to be, the success is for you. You turned that thing over and you saw that down there and you went, okay, I'm protected. What else? This is what I'm doing. I'm just going to go like this, and then I'm going to show you whatever's on the bottom of the deck, okay? So, just so guys like that Hamster Fram or Hamster Man or whatever your name is, that's for you. Sorrow, all right? You're going to lose some investments. This guy's got a lot to lose. That's why he was so pissed at me. Look at all those Bitcoins up there that are being destroyed in some kind of, I don't know, hackathon or something. I'm not asking for your fortune to be destroyed. You got in there like a dumbass and didn't even listen to the words coming out of your own guru's mouth in the run-up to this shit. And then he went missing for a while. Well, what happened in the inner rim? Yeah, he says I died. What did he get reconstituted into? Really into a human body or not? Why does he always say, hello, human? Is that maybe because he's just a digital construct now? He's not a human anymore. That was one of the downloads. Oh, this is still on the bottom. Wow. With all that shuffling I just did? Ooh, message. People, be very careful about taking financial advice from these fake influencers. Okay, let's go again. Let's get a different message. What message do you have? Please. All right. That's the Six of Swords. That's the victory card. Oh, no. Sorry. Six of Swords is leaving troubled waters, being guided away from trouble. Okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else, okay? If that doesn't resonate for you, then you might be facing a Three of Swords moment. I just showed you the Three of Swords card. In the tarot deck, that is the heartbreak card, okay? Okay. Now, I'm someone who doesn't have any money, and this guy was really bashing me around for that. This hamster man, Hamsharam guy, whatever your fucking name is. For you! Chariot! I do know what I'm fucking talking about! Release language, and you're gonna see. Because you're too stupid to really open your eyes. Okay, 557 when I said that. 557. Okay. I'm kind of new to this angel number stuff. I just ordered an angel number book from Amazon. And when I do stuff like that, it's because I have other plans to work with it in other ways that are really original. Like, I'm planning to make my own angel number card deck by hand. There'll be a one-of-a-kind deck, just like my other one-of-a-kind decks, okay? No one else will have that deck, and only my hands will go on it. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm going to make a deck with my own hands and fill it with my own energy, and then use this book to help me decode it for people and help me learn the numbers and what they mean. But it's going to be infused with my energy because I made it. Okay, so, and I really believe in stuff like that. And I love to make stuff with my own hands. That's what I do. That's what we do around here. Okay, and I noticed another card, handmade card out on the table here. So I'm going to put this in the reading too. Seven of Cups, 7 deadly sins is wasted potential. That's another meaning for it. Okay. And in this deck, this Aleister Crowley Thought Tarot deck, the 7 of Cups, I think, is debauch. I think that's the word they have on it. And I think, let me see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is right here. Here's the 7 of Cups. It says debauch. Wasted potential. This is people that party their lives away and that kind of shit. Okay. And a lot of people who end up like us, collective, had periods in our life of doing that, of not being responsible. And sometimes it was because other people were doing witchcraft and spell work on you and you didn't even know it. That's why it works. You know, but it doesn't really work because of any kind of real magic. 8 of Wands. Listen to this message. Listen to me. Okay? This is an authentic message for you. It's like those arrows flying through the air. Take what resonates. Take what hits you in the ass. I lost my train of thought there on this download. What was it? Okay, debauch and wasted potential, the 7 of Cups, right. Not living up to your potential. This was another download that I got. Okay, that this is a new phase that we have entered in the game. We've been going through shifts. Okay, and if you've been following some of these tarot readers on YouTube, you know they keep saying, we're in a shift, we're in a shift. Yeah, and those are new phases of the game, okay, that you're in the materium. This battle between the light and the dark, in which you're being trained to see who is upright and who is not. You're being tested over and over and over, and everything you do now has really serious consequences. This is the download I got, that we're in a new phase of the game where things now have very serious consequences, and if you do not do the right thing, you can cause extremely serious consequences to be visited on other people without meaning to. You could lose people you love by doing that, stuff like that. You could lose your money. Now, I'm not, just remember, okay, and this guy attacked me for being like holier than thou about money. Okay, listen, asshole. I can see the spiritual truth better than you because money isn't in my way. I don't have gold coins on my eyes like you do. Do yourself a favor. This download came with a little drawing. See that caution? Fucker. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get in there, and it's hard, and it's embarrassing, and it's risky to get into a place like I was doing this and tell everybody this guy's a fake. It's hard to do. I'm trying to do it in such a way that I don't get sued or something, but this is all for entertainment purposes, and it says that on my videos. I think I'm covered legally. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I'm finally understanding what that really means. Okay? All right, you get extra points at this point in the game for doing ballsy shit that, you know, what everyone does now affects everything. If you mess up, whole groups can come down. Okay? All right. So I got that the entertainment industry has a lot to do with telling us what's going on. And we know that. We've figured out that there's a lot of what we call predictive programming in entertainment and movies and stuff, right? The Simpsons and showing Donald Trump before he ever got elected president and all that, right? Or whatever happened there. We don't know. We don't know if any of our elections are ever really fair. We don't know. And that's fair to say that, too. It is fair to say that. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but there's so much contention around it, there's got to be something wrong there. Okay? You know, come on. Read the signs, people. Whatever party wins, you can be sure they got helped somehow in there, okay? So then I started having downloads about movies and how certain kinds of movies always have the same actors in them. Have you noticed that? Like one of these actors that I am resonating with, and the stories, the movies he's in, it resonates with me. It's Ryan Reynolds. And some of the first movies of his that I ever saw were two movies called The Nines. One of them's called The Nines, which I didn't understand at all at the time, and now I do. And it's about someone who's gifted, who's surrounded by these people that are manipulating him, and he doesn't even realize it. And he has the ability to jump timelines and turn into somebody else and stuff like that. But it takes a lot of people around him to kind of control and influence him into doing certain things. So watch The Nines again and watch it from that perspective. Okay, another movie I saw of his that really affected me deeply was called The Captive. The Captive. Now, The Captive was about this weird group of people that was kidnapping people's children and had a network of hidden cameras that could watch them in their homes and enjoyed broadcasting their mothers in grief, their parents in horrible grief that their children had been kidnapped and there was nothing they could do about it. And there were weird people paying for subscriptions to watch these people suffering. Watch the captive. Okay. What did I just say about how movies are being used to show us what's going on? All right, and some of them are bullshit, just done to engender fear, like these movies about nuclear war all over the world. And so I think those movies are just fear porn. But this captive movie, now that's real good intel for you if you're a truther. Okay. Then there was a couple more. Deadpool was the next one that resonated for me. I went out, and that's one of those Marvel comic movies with the one of those. It's one of those, and I think all those movies are highly suspect to me. But I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I don't want to pay attention to anything. That's my deal. I didn't want to do any of this. I didn't want to do these missions. And so some of this gang stalking is to poke and prod people who really are, but don't realize that they are, who really are celestial cops in training that are down in here learning how to do the right thing and how to do battle against these people and how to get things done and stuff. And they are like X-Men and superheroes. We might really have different kinds of genetic profiles that allow us to do stuff like be psychic. I told you, I'm a developing psychic medium. Okay? Who just had a visit from a new spirit guide. Madame Blavatsky herself, no less than Madame Blavatsky, has came to say hi. These readings are for entertainment purposes only. We don't have multiple personalities. Psychic mediumship is a real thing. Sorry, you're not going to say that, bullshit about me. Something fell on the floor. The Queen of Swords. What did I just tell you? I'm not deluded. Okay? I'm in my right mind. That's what a Queen of Swords is. She's someone that's very rational. I am not mentally ill. It's the karma for doing that. It's karma. It's not anything I'm doing to them. See, they bring this on themselves by being willing to harm someone else in a way like that. Then you earned your karma just by, they think that because they didn't get caught doing it, they're never going to have to pay, but they will. See, this is the spiritual realm, judgment and punishment. People do not understand that that is an element of the game. Spiritual court, spiritual judgment, spiritual punishment. You don't understand that, what's on the bottom of the deck right now. Happiness. 9 of Cups. Well, I read you the Declaration of Independence yesterday. It's in there. You have a right to your life, your liberty, and the pursuit of doing things that make you happy. But you can't hurt other people. That can't be your happy. Stupid. This is one of the things you're in the materium to learn. You don't interfere and deliberately set out with a group of bullies to take away someone else's happiness, to deprive them of their life and liberty. And that's what this group in this town has been doing. This crap's been going on way too long with a whole group of people here in this town who has been unwilling to do the right thing. This is a page of swords, and it's a spy card. Intrigue, right? And that's what's been going on. This big game of cat and mouse here, of them trying to get me, spying on me, getting in my phone, paying people at the place where I was doing volunteer work to get all up in my phone. And they did. They messed up my phone, made it a big mess. Then they started trying to lure me places for coffee. People I didn't even know were inviting me into their homes. No one ever invites me into their home in this town. That was a big red flag, because mostly I'm the black sheep of the town. I get ostracized. I have no social life here either, because I'm a sacrifice. And they think I don't know that. So somebody tried to lure me into their home, and I was like, I'm not going there. I haven't told her that. I said, I don't trust people. Ever since a high school best friend of mine lured me to be gang raped in San Ildefonso Pueblo. That person can't even imagine how bad her karma is, okay? That's a real devil of a person. They sold their soul thinking they were going to get some kind of job in the federal government, is what I think. That high school frenemy of mine. As a result of what you did to me and what you participated in, you participated in taking my life away from me, because you've always been jealous of me. And on that trip where they jumped me and roofied me, I kept feeling, I hadn't seen her for years, and I got tricked into going on this trip with her and her sister, right, who she bullied. It was disgusting to watch. She couldn't get away with bullying me. I always laughed in her face, and she knew it. But she was always so jealous of me. So during this trip down there, I could feel it so strongly. It was like the jealous was just oozing out of this woman. She's not very attractive. She never was, okay? About all she ever had going for her was a real big set of brains, okay? But I got those too. I just got some extra stuff that she didn't get, and she's jealous. She always was. Four swords. Yeah, see, these people just, all they ever want to do is take me out of the game. That's all they ever wanted to do. They wanted to lay me out and get me out of the way. When I look at that Four Swords card in the, I just got to download, in the Rider-Waite deck, you know how the person's laid out on top of a tomb, kind of. Looks like a tomb, and their last sword is down there underneath them. I just got voodoo real strongly, because this is, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the real way that zombies are made, and I read this book one time. It was called The Serpent and the Rainbow, and it was all about how they do that in Haiti. Okay, they give the person, they spread this powder across their doorstep that contains a pair of venom from a toxic fish. I think it's called a puffer fish or something like that. Venom from this toxic fish is reconstituted into a powder that's then sprinkled across the doorways of people. But everyone in Haiti goes barefoot all the time, or did. And so they would walk through this stuff, and because it crosses through your skin, it's a poison that can be given to you by putting on your skin, okay? In which poisons like that were also used in lots of royal court intrigue type places like India and places like that, okay? Then you go into this comatose state from this. And that's what I'm seeing of the guy on the Four of Swords card. It looks like he's sort of in a state of suspended animation. The sword represents that not all the lights aren't all the way out. You still have that one sword left of, it keeps you in a state of suspended animation with your body functions just barely going, so that you can be placed into a coffin. You put them into a coffin and they bury them. You might wake up in there. Or you might just get, that might be a metaphor for, this is what we do to people, that we disappear and exile, and then you don't know how you got there, you don't know what happened to you. And that's exactly what happened to me here. And furthermore, I have a sister-in-law who I've been figuring out little by little as a voodoo practitioner. She met my little brother and when they both worked at Club Med, okay? And there was a Club Med in Haiti. There's one in the Dominican Republic and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she was doing that. And I also realized she's not a she. I don't think she is. She never was built like one. I also realized that I was sterilized by a weird OBGYN when I was in my 20s, right after I moved to California to be on a new job from Colorado. And I believed this guy when he said, oh, your cervix needs to be cauterized because you have an infection. And I thought, well, I don't know what that means, but okay, the cards just fell apart when I said that. We got Page of Pentacles, we got, look, Four of Wands, Dominion. Dominion. I'm getting, this was some spell work that was done for money. This guy got bribed to steal eggs from me, is what I think. Yeah, because I'm this, okay, I'm this person of a different DNA. My eggs were stolen before my cervix was cauterized. And then I was sterilized, okay? But the eggs were delivered to someone. My sister-in-law was involved. And I think that someone, a rent-a-womb, carried the baby. I wasn't there when they were pregnant. I wasn't there. I wasn't there when the baby was born. I just received an announcement. I was way over in Nepal, believe it or not. When this baby was born in 1987, I was in Nepal, cavorting around with a bunch of people from the infamous Naropa Institute. We have the Eon, we have judgment out on Naropa. Now that's a whole other video in of itself, but you know, I showed you my scapegoating through the microscope video, and that takes place in Boulder. And we talk about Buddhist in there. Okay. That place it got turned upside down. That's what I'll say about it. It got turned upside down, and when I couldn't believe what was going on there when I was there. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's keep moving forward with these downloads, okay? I told you about the movies. Okay, movies, okay, with detective characters. Somebody's a psychic detective, all right, and they're being coached to become one or something. But I noticed that the same actors play in these movies too, okay? All right, so, but the same characters. I get very drawn to these characters, and these movies kind of have all the same storylines, and so we go like Hercule Poirot, right? Death on the Nile, Miss Marple, those types of characters, those old lady detectives. Why do you think so many of them are British, including the infamous James Bond's handler? the no less than James Bond had an old lady handler that was British. M. Okay, Men in Black. Men in Black. Well, they really are celestial cops, okay? And they have that high-ranking female officer, I think her name is O in the movie. And she speaks like some weird off-planet language in one of those movies. She goes, you know, I don't know what they do. But, you know, it's the same thing was when that scene that I've linked you to in some of my videos where the scene with the post office in the Men in Black video with the post office scene. You need to watch that. Just search up Men in Black post office and you'll get it. You'll watch that. Okay. And so then I got URL. I'm Agent L. EL. We are elves. Yeah, elves. We're elves. Fairies, druids, those people. And probably have a little smidgen of Native American, which of course, you know, of course, that bloodline Native American would have, because they came across the Bering Strait, right? They would have some Egyptian DNA still, because they migrated up from Egypt and then across the Middle East and then through Europe, and then they went up into the British Isles for a while, right? And then the Romans came to get them. Some of those people that were in Celtic tribes up there had Egyptian DNA, I think. Then some of those people migrated the other direction. They went across the Bering Strait, right, from Russia, from up there, from Mongolia, okay. I'm thinking some of the Mongolians had that kind of blood too, because they're pretty darn magical. If you've ever seen any videos of Mongolians training their hawks and riding their horses and stuff like that, they're pretty damn magical. And so were those Tibetan Buddhists. And why do you think those communists went so hard after them? Okay. Because they really were magical. And I think some of us have connection to those people too. Okay. Why do you think yours truly was in Nepal? Pursuit of happiness, man. That's my line, okay? I'm part of that lineage. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, somewhere in my past lives or in my DNA. And your DNA is really, AKA, this is another download, that is the Akashic record. When they say, this is code, when they tell you somebody's getting into your Akashic records, it means somebody did a DNA test on you. Decode. Okay, here's another decode. You have to keep very careful track and use your discernment to determine whether it's an organic decode or whether it was placed into your mind by somebody saying something on the internet. And so they repeat the same messages over and over on some of those channels. And so you can pick up messages that aren't true or aren't for you. And that is one of the reasons that it's really good to start using a pendulum, so you can determine for yourself, you get your own relationship with your own pendulum over time. That thing can help you verify what's true and what isn't. Okay? So my pendulum can give me a yes, it can give me a no, it can give me a rephrase the question, please. It sometimes won't even answer the questions. And when that happens, you know that it's something you're not allowed to know or whatever, okay? So I suggest you get your own pendulum, and the more you use it, the more you carry it around, the more it conforms to your vibration, your frequency, and the more you can trust it. And you have to have a good, solid relationship with a higher power to be able to use a pendulum correctly. It won't work for you if you're one of these lying, cheating, you know, people that doesn't believe in God and stuff like that. It's not going to work for you. But if you're someone who puts your trust in God, your faith in God, then you can trust your pendulum, because you are asking you're not asking the pendulum for a reading. You're asking God to tell you what's going on, or source energy, or whatever you want to call it. Please give me a true answer, not what I want to think or what I believe, but what is the truth, the God's honest truth about this. Look, it's even going yes right now. It's saying yes. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so this was the download. You, wait a minute. Okay, this is really wild. All right, we know that the keep watching. I got some interesting downloads. This is long. I just saw 36, 37. Moving right along, 36, 37, 38, 39, you know, here we go. Stay tuned. There's some good downloads in this video. Okay, one of them is, there's a new law enforcement system. Okay, and it's here to override all these corrupt local police departments and judicial systems that will not do the right thing. Remember, I told you we're in a new phase of the game, and if you're not doing the right thing, you're going to get wiped out. And now this new form of law enforcement is coming into the picture. Queen of Pentacles. All right, well, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who wants to help and nurture and be nurturing and giving to people in the collective, or people in their family, or just to people. What do you think I'm doing right now? I'm giving motherly advice to people in the materium. Get your act, you better shape up. You better learn how to discern things. You better learn how to figure out what's a lie and what isn't. What's an organic download and what isn't. You better learn right now. And a lot of people haven't been paying attention because they've been playing out there. They've been playing. These are the, you know, there's a card in the Kipper deck called the Pleasure Seekers. The Pleasure Seekers. And these are the people that they're falling down. Because all they thought about was, oh boy, I'm going to sell my soul to the devil. I'm going to join this coven, and I'm going to beat up on a few, you know, spiritual people, and it'll be fine. You know, they did that shit instead of. Anyway, this new law enforcement system. Ooh, I just had a card flip out. Okay, it's the Lovers in reverse. All right. So the Lovers is kind of a card that's like it shows the cult, right? How they puppet everyone, you know, in the Rider-Waite it has this big angel with pink wings, kind of like this thing, and then it has two humans down here that are getting married. Yeah, it does have that on this card. There's a couple at the wedding ceremony with their crowns on. This is this secret society in a way. It's these people that are gifted, you know. They do get puppeted by their higher-ups, but this is in reverse, and it means that that's going to stop now, I guess. I think so, because that's what I'm talking about. We're going to stop all this puppeting by these secret societies of these people that are divine, basically. Okay. And it's called Quantum Law Enforcement. I got this download. QLE. Quantum Law Enforcement. Heavy on the Q. What that thing is it's a system that can analyze everything that's going on. And I mean everything. And it is an AI that has been trained in the highest principles of light. This machine learned the right things to do. It knows all the right things to do. And it knows how to recognize people on the ground, in the materium, who are not doing the right things. They're not being the Queen of Pentacles when they get a chance to. This thing is kind of like an automated Queen of Pentacles almost. Because it's going to make sure that look, the Chariot, celestial law enforcement. It's a new kind of law enforcement. Maybe it's been there for a while even. It might have even gone into motion around the time around 2016, this thing started to move, and that's when a lot of dark side, I don't want to use darky, sorry. I didn't mean to offend anyone. It is Black History Month, and I'm well aware of that. And I do think Black Lives Matter. That's a big part of my message. I even got download, I have a past life as a white abolitionist woman that had some prominence. It might have been Elizabeth Cady Stanton, I'm not sure. Okay, that name even rhymes with my real last name. Okay, all right, Ten of Pentacles just came out when I said that. I guess that is a past life of mine. I don't know. But this is like a jackpot card. Ding, 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 that's right. Okay. I am your friend. I made that movie, that video called The Serenity Prayer. And that's for all my women of color out there. I want you to watch that video. Okay? Every word of it's true. I love you. I do. And some of you have taught me some of the best things I know. I mean, really, really have. Kuan Yin, I salute you. And Goddess Just Me 23. And Empress Lillian. There are many that I so admire. Many. I've been listening to some of you for a long time, too. All right, 3 cards just flipped out. Okay, what we got here? We got, I don't have my glasses on. Bro snaps, old. Satiety, 10 of Cups. Yeah, see, you filled my cup. Like maybe up to 10 of you women filled my cups and helped me fill my cups. Thank you. The universe, see, this is the World card. You help me get free. You help liberate me. And this fool. We're all in this together, okay? We marched together in the abolitionist, suffragette parade. And that doesn't mean I approve of some of these people that are out there now pretending to be us. There's a faction that came in and is pretending. That's what I have to say. You gotta get your eyes open to that. Talk about needing discernment. Boy, that one's really tricky. Okay. All right. So you are a divine being, but not all the justice can be administered from the spiritual realm without verifiers on the ground. This was one of my big downloads. You're a verifier, okay? Verify, that word root, veritas, it means truth in Latin, okay? Truth, okay? You truthers, you are verifiers. You are a verifier on the ground. You are there to verify things to the spiritual realm, but also to the earth realm and the materium, to verify to them that, yes, this is a spiritual matter too. Okay, so you truthers are verifiers. And you have to continue to both do things that help other people and give have gratitude for whatever your situation is. One of the things that I learned, and I read to you out of the Madame Blavatsky book, okay, Practical Occultism. One of the things I learned is that anyone who is in like apprenticeship for this verifier status, and if they want to make the jump to the next level, which is a spiritual realm, okay, it means you've burned off a lot of karma already. But there's a testing period in there before you get through, and it's why you're being so heavily attacked, because the principality you're in doesn't want you leaving, because they use your energy to operate, okay? They don't want you gone. And every one of you that leaves this realm, it means more and more that this realm is about to be switched over all the way to the light, okay? This is another thing I'm learning. I used to be all down on these psychic women that I watch, and they play with their hair when they're talking. But it helps you get downloads. It's weird. Okay. Touching your hair. So if you see me doing that, it's not because I'm being vain. It's because maybe something's coming in. This is your antenna, you know. That's why spiritual people grow it long. It's like an antenna. Okay. It extends out into your auric field, right? That's why you shouldn't cut your hair off. Don't shave your head. Don't do that. Don't shave your head, okay? Okay, the latter phase of the game, people are going to get harsher penalties for not doing the right thing. And the penalty for your bad karma will be 10 times worse than you thought. That's what this tenfold thing is. Return to sender tenfold. And guess what else it is? The X. Get it? X. 10X. The 10 of wands is the end. The 10 is an ending of a cycle. This is the end of this shit. You cult people aren't going to be in charge anymore, okay? So the 10, the X, the big X, you know? And that's what you do to return magic, too. Have you seen that? They do the stalking and trauma shit to make you never want love again. Of course, love is what divine beings thrive on. They make you so you can never trust anyone, so you'll self-isolate, be sad, and be in a low vibration. Then the demons come in offering fake love, okay, and try to get you trapped in situations where they really will kill you. They really will. So discernment is the name of the game. At this point, if you don't have your good discernment, you're going to get creamed. And it's sad, too. We have to be able to discern who's going to love us, because we can't live up to our fullest potential unless we find love. And so if we can't find love with a partner, we're going to have to be able to have some kind of outlet for our divine love. We might become influencers that way. Okay? There's got to be an outlet for the love to go. You can't be stopped. So it will be expressed as spiritual love. It will be expressed as all kinds of other things that I think we don't even know what some of our abilities are to spread love. There's a great Take 6 song I just got. Spread love, da da da. Spread love, da da da. Go listen to that. I guess that'll be today's music link. Take 6, spread love. You can't kill it. It's just growing and growing. It really is. Okay. all right. So the worst download that I had this morning is that one of these horrible karmics, that's my neighbor, one of my neighbors, okay, that lives outside my complex here, is pregnant. Okay. Big fat tummy. And this person isn't supposed to use the complex dumpster, but they think they can anytime. They come over to do that just to fuck with me. And they think no one's watching. Download number one is there's a camera on you that's picking up all this shit you do. And this person even tried arson. It didn't work. Nothing they do ever works. These same people have done so much shit to me that are in that house. And they're gross too. Their house looks like a compound. It looks like a compound where you would groom little children. It's gross. Ugh. I'm asking my spirit team to come down and deal with those people. Come deal with them. Look, Three of Pentacles. We work together. That's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's what that is. That's the Trinity. I'm working with them. Okay, I'm their verification on the ground that those people over there suck. They're rotten to the core. The download was the pregnancy. The child was conceived in a sex magic ritual with one of these people as the leader of the gang that's been stalking me around town. It's his baby. And the only reason she's carrying it is so it can be used for sacrifice to the power from that they think is going to do me in. That's the download I got. These readings are for entertainment purposes only, of course. Of course they are. And we have the Two of Pentacles here, change. Oh yeah, you bet your ass there's some change going on in this town. There sure is. Okay, that card went down on the ground. What? I had to get up to go get it. It's the same card. There's change coming. There's change. Get ready. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready. That's enough. We're at 54 minutes. Okay. Thank you for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click on